All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
晚上好。
上好。
好的。接下来我们直接继续吧。Let's continue from where we stopped last time. I hope everything is okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah, this is where we stopped last time on chapter 8. And, yeah, we did the matching exercise. But also looked at this title, 让我想想 Let me think. 让我想想 Let me think. 再 again 告诉你 Tell you. Let me think about it. Let me think about it and I'll let you know. 让我想想再告诉你 So you could repeat it also. Yes, I welcome you, Brother Amos. Yes, Amos Agaba, you're welcome to our Chinese class. Good evening. Okay, so this is chapter 8 of HSK2. Yeah, so you see, this is the title, 让我想想再告诉你 Let me think about it and I'll tell you later. 告诉你 to tell. And then we can go through the matching that we did last time. You can see on the picture A, we have people running, okay? There is a gent and a lady, okay? So this is 运动, here on number 3. This is number 3, 运动, which is sports generally. It's not like just running, yes, it's generalizing sports. It could be running, it can be physical exercise, can be maybe playing games like football, playing like tennis, yeah, 运动, as long as it has to do with your body. I think Shayla just left the meeting, maybe the internet. Yeah, we continue. And then, yeah, we looked at B. So this B here, it shows people sitting. Yeah, as though they are waiting for something. And yeah, we matched it with number 5. So this number 5, you see B belongs to number 5. Why? It means down. Repeat down. It has a falling and rising tone. And that means down to wait. Are we together? This is down. I strongly recommend as we are learning, it is much important to take notes of what we learn. Yes, because at the end of the lesson, sometimes I provide the homeworks, and if you didn't pay much attention, then maybe you have to spend more time. You can spend some time if you paid attention while in class, but if you didn't pay attention in class, then you have to spend more time. So that difference of more and some, okay, is what makes the difference. Yeah, so you need to pay attention when teacher or lecturer is being like is teaching, because you save yourself time later. When you're doing the homework, it's much easier because you already have some knowledge. Then when you go through what you already learned, it's just like reminding yourself, and it takes some time. It takes less time. But if you didn't pay like much attention and you didn't take notes, then it is it has been proven that if you take notes, then in some kind of way it is being saved, somewhere in your brain, and it's hard to forget that thing. So do good and do well to take notes as we learn. Yes, because it's very important. You can always come back to that, and it's very important. Yes, then C. Look at C here. C is a color, right? What's this color? How do you say this color? It's black, right? In English, we all know that. And in Chinese, is hey. In Chinese, you see this here, number one. Number one, C belongs to number one. So this is hey. So it has the first tone. So this is the sound of the first tone. Hey. Okay. And this one we just read on number 5 is dang. Is which tone? First, second, or third? This dang. Is it first tone, second tone, or third tone? Somebody. Save us tonight.
Third tone.
Third. Yes, that's true. Yes, because we have let's remind each other. There's this one. The straight one is the first tone, right? Then we have this one that is sloppy, but its slope is like um from the left heading to the it's like from the um southwest heading to northeast. Let me describe it in that way if you understand. Or from the left simply to the right. And then there is this one which is falling and rising. So this one is falling and rising until the third one. That's why you see this down. Okay. And then there is this one which is falling. So this falling one is from the northwest to the southeast. Yes. Or from simply also from the left to the right, but in that kind of direction. The northwest to the southeast. Yes, this is the falling tone and is a high. The first tone is a high pitch tone. Yes, high pitch tone is first tone. So if you put like on each of these tones, if you put like let me change the color. Let me use okay. If you put like below this tone, how will it sound? How will it sound? What will be the sound of this to be okay? Yes, how about if you put below this rising tone? How will it sound?
Ah.
It will be like see, you see that the voice is also rising, right? It will be the first one was yes, then this second one, the second tone here is like rising. Then how about the third tone? This is the most important thing. Okay, some people take it for granted, but other people is the most important thing, most especially if you want to speak Chinese correctly with the right tones. Yes. Yeah, even some Chinese still struggle with this. You can imagine they have been born speaking Chinese, but some of them, because of not paying attention to this thing and taking it for granted, they still make mistakes in pronunciation because of these tones. Because Chinese is a tonal language and it's easy. Yeah, if like foreigners, some foreigners can master it, then it's easy. People who are not born in China can do it. You know then it's if there are people can do it, then you know it's proof that anyone can do it because they are not special. Yeah, you just have to love it, have the passion. And then this one is falling and rising, so it is see, can you tell the difference between the second tone and the third tone? See, the second is and then the third one is see, there's that kind of falling sense in it, or that rift valley, as you see how it is drawn, it is falling and rising. So as it is, you also fall as you speak. You'll be like, ah, you fall in the sound, okay? Ah, then you rise, ah, yes, yes. And then we have the fourth tone. You can do more practices and more research about this because it's very important. Every because even in the highest level of Chinese, you meet tones, and if you didn't learn and master the tones on this beginning level, then it might be tricky for you in the coming days. So it is better to build and strengthen your foundation, which by now is the tones, because in future maybe you say something. For example, you say like, maybe you want to say like, um, maybe mother, okay? Because mother is ma, okay? In Chinese, mother is ma with the first tone. And maybe you want to say, my mother, or mama, okay? And then instead of saying mother, maybe you say this one, ah, because this last one is ah. When it has this this ah below it, it's like ah. You see how it is sharp and ah. You have to use like that very sharp kind of voice. Ah, ah. And I gave you an example of the word like go in Chinese. When someone, I think this tone, when I was describing it, like I made a joke like, it is the most, I'd say like the rudest. It is a rude tone in Chinese. So you see, you notice when someone is like angry, maybe that they need to go, or maybe someone is saying no. So many, I was like many negative things fall under this falling tone. You see, so like go, no, yes, go, no, those things. You see, so like even the word for insulting in Chinese is like m and this are. So when you put the falling tone above this word, it will be ma, which is like insulting or abusing. You see, so it is also rude, right? It's a negative thing to insult others or abuse. So this ma. Maybe you want to say mother. Instead of mother, you say ma. So some Chinese will be, if you say this to a Chinese person and you'll be like, yo, I've been learning Chinese for 2 months now, or maybe 3 months, and now I can speak Chinese. So what did you learn? And you'll be like, ma, no. And maybe they'll be like, what? No. And then they'll start questioning who is your teacher so that they can, you know, hold him accountable. But that will not happen. Yeah, I believe that will not happen. We shall um, master the tones. We shall master the tones, and they will be of great importance to us as we learn this language. Yes, because this is the foundation of Chinese. Tones. Okay. So now, as we master the tones, let's repeat one more time. So this one is ah. It has, remember these things we learned in HSK1, but um, I don't know. I don't know why the spirit has led me to come back to tones. So pay attention as I teach this tonight. This is the yes, and then the second one is ah, ah. The third one is ah. Once more, ah, and the fourth one is ah, ah. Good. And then there is when they write a vowel or a word without any tone, then it's just just, just like it is. For example, we saw like um, words like ma, the questioning particle in Chinese, the one that they bring behind questions in Chinese. Ma, ni hao. For example, like ni hao ma, how are you in Chinese? We normally say ni. This is how they say, how are you? We know ni hao is hello, right? This one is hello. It's not a question. It's just a formal greeting, Like ni hao, hello, hi. This is ni hao. Everyone knows this, right? Yeah. So now, like, how are you? You just add the ma, which is a question particle, and then only this ma makes it a question. That's why there is a question mark. Ni hao ma, repeat, ni hao ma. And then the tone for ni hao here on the ni, it is a third tone. If you're writing on ni, it is a third tone. On hao, it's also a third tone, but it's this second hao is pronounced as a second tone. Remember the rule that we saw in HSK1. When two third tones or falling and rising tones are close to each other or together, one of them is sounded as the second tone. For example, this ni hao. You see, when you're pronouncing it, you notice that we do not say like ni hao. You see how to create that prolonged thing, and we are trying to eliminate it because speaking. You notice that in all the languages that we speak, grammar is slightly different to the spoken part of that language. Like writing, yes, what is in books and what is on the ground, things are different. Yeah, I think it is practical in all the things that we learn. Like theory is different from practical. When you speak in Chinese and when you're like learning like Chinese like this, there are some differences, but there are also similarities, and I believe similarities are more. Yes, yeah, but there's some slight differences, and we have to pay much attention to that. So this ma, you see, like this ma is just ma. You don't delay on it. So I've spent 16 minutes emphasizing the tones and trying to make you guys understand this. I welcome you, brother, and I recognize you in the room tonight. Thanks for coming, brother Comfort. Yeah, and I hope all is well with you after a long time not uh, having you. But yeah, we are glad you're here tonight, as well as brother Amos. Now we have also sister Shayla. Okay, so now let's continue. This is what we did last time. This is what we did last time, and we shall be moving on. So number one we said is hey, which is black. Now we did also number three, which is yun dong, spot. Yun dong. You see the falling tone. Yun dong. See here it is ah, and here it is yun dong. Because here the falling tone is two times, right? Two times of the falling tone. Even if you close your mouth and just make that voice, it will be like dong. You see? And then number one here falls under the first tone, which is ah, and then pronounce this word. Hey. See the same sound. See? It's like magic. Hey. Ah. Okay. Now let's go to number word D. What is D here in this case? D belongs to number 2. Are you seeing it here? Yes, D belongs to number 2, which is can somebody help us read this according to the tones we've learned? So far now I believe we have started understanding, like we understand the tones. So I need someone, Shayla, can you try? Number 2, can you read it for us?
Tianshu.
Can you repeat once more, please?
Tianshu.
Oh, okay. So if I would rate you, then it would be like 81%. Yeah, so it's fairly good. So this one is actually 天气. Why? Because you notice like we have initials and finals, and if you don't know about initials and finals, go back to our lessons on the YouTube channel and see what are the initials and finals and how each and every initial and final is pronounced. So we have this final, which is this final that is consisted with I, A, and N. In Chinese is 一 a, and n. So when you read them together, you are supposed to pronounce them as yen, yen. Yes, when you're learning the initials. So this is yen. So when you link it with t, the tone is correct. That's why I gave you 80, like 80% for the tone, and that one is for yeah, that remaining percentage is for like not pronouncing the correct initial. So the correct initial is, but you are very close to it. Not like ah, it's not like yes, this one is ah. I understand you. When you read it like as an individual, it is ah, but when it is with e, when it is with e and na, then it will be yen. You see, you see. Have you seen how it changes? Yeah, it will be yen, yen. I hope you understand. So when you put t here, when you put ta, then to be yen. You see, because this one is yen. So when you put t at the beginning of this yen, then to be tien, tien, tien. So it will be tien, which is the first one. Ah, tien, ah, tien. You see, it is the same tone. Ah and tien, and then chi, chi, tien, chi. Chi is a falling tone. Tien, chi. Ah, chi. Good, very good, very good. 非常好，Sheila. So yeah, the next one is this one. This is the color also white, and it's the opposite of black. Yes, white. This one is opposite of black. So we know black now. We already learned it number one. Hey, and then white is this number letter C belongs to number 6. Leo. It belongs to Leo. Okay. So how do you say white? By, you see, it is a rising tone. This one, by. See, it is R. So automatically this is by, by. Repeat by. So by is what? White. Yes, white. Just like milk or snow. So now we have number letter F, which is the last, not the least. So F is waiter or waitress. It doesn't matter. I think that's why they even covered the face. Because if you see the face, maybe you judge and say, ah, this is a woman. So why? How about for if he's a waiter, or maybe if you see a man, you'll be like, how about a waitress? So in Chinese, it is 服务员 for both gender. 服务员 is unisex. 服务员 is for both gender. 服务员, huh? Did I say the right thing? Yeah, for both gender. Take that. Yeah. 服务员, repeat, 服务员. So 服务 is service. Yes, 服务 is service. And yuan is a person. So the person who does that service is 服务员. Yes. Okay. So we've learned hey one more time. 天气, which is the weather. 运动 is sport. 服务员, waiter or waitress. 当, wait. And then by, which is white. So now, here's the most interesting part for now. So here, the task is to say the antonyms of the following words. And we are going to be doing this together. So try to be interactive. Yes, you might not be much aware of the words, but yeah, we are here to learn from each other, right? Yeah. So do go to yeah, maybe you can do research or use the dictionary is okay. Or maybe yeah, try to find out. So antonyms in this case is like opposite, yeah, of the following words. Yeah, the antonyms of the following words. So now I'll start with the first one. Maybe I'll do it for you for this one. Da. So this one is da, and da, da means big, right? Da means big. Da. And the opposite of big, or the antonym of big in Chinese is, we all know that. Which one is it? It is xiao. This is how we write it in Chinese. So Chinese, just to remind you, is made of pinyin, hanzi, and shengdiao. It is made of pinyin, hanzi, and the tones, or the alphabet, Chinese characters, and the tones. Yes, alphabets, Chinese characters, and tones. Chinese character is the real Chinese. This alphabet you see on top is for helping you to read, you the learner, and me the learner, like us foreigners who are learning this foreign language to learn their language easily. They put this one. But in the next level, which is level 3, you will not see this pinyin on top, just for your information. So that's why we are trying to that's why I tell you to take notes, because as you take notes, then you can easily remember this character when you see it somewhere. Yes. Though it might be maybe not so much easy for you to write it, but many characters are easy to write. Yes, take time and write as many as you can. Yeah. Maybe per day, write 10 characters. If it is too much, write 5. So I think everyone has their own strategy. But for me, I used to write like maximum per day. Even now, like per week, I can write like 50. Yeah, that is my strategy. So I don't know your strategy. Me per week, I write at least the average characters I write per week is 50. So if you divide by per day, then you see it's like 10 characters a day. So I don't know your strategy. Yeah. If you divide by, the 5 days, like working days, 10 characters. So I don't know your strategy. Maybe you'll say, I'll do maybe 70, maybe all the days of the week, Sunday to Sunday. Or maybe I'll do 5 characters, then times 7 days. Just create your own strategy for writing characters. Because most Chinese, this is what they write. There's no Chinese who would come in your inbox or maybe do business with you writing this pinyin, or you work with Chinese, maybe you have a job and you see Chinese texting this alphabet. Never. This one is just for even primaries in China and nursery and kindergarten use it, but for children to learn the right pronunciation of the characters, not for any other role. Yes. So yes, as much as we learn the pinyin, but we know that it's not the most important. So you also look at the character. I know it's hard, but look at the character, because HSK3 will be much easier for you, because HSK3 um, initially 600 words, and 300 words of the 600 in it is HSK2. The remaining 300 is for 3 new words. So you see, it's very easy. You already know this. At least you have already saved your 300. The moment you reach in 6 level 3, then you know that you only have to know the 300 and you're good to go. So yeah, we better doing willingly. If your goal is to learn Chinese and have that certificate. Yeah, very soon we're going to be doing some tests. I didn't give you like some exams for HSK1 because there is no like HSK certificate for HSK1. There might be some certificates, but the recognized one is for 3 and above. Yeah, HSK2 is also okay. You can do it for your records, because now, like initially, HSK1 and 2 was grouped in beginners, 3 and 4 intermediate, 5 and 6 advanced. But now we are still on we are still on 2, which means we are still beginners initially, right? Yes. So I hope you understand. So now, after this one, be prepared for exams. We are going to be doing exams, okay? Be prepared for that. And after, we shall do like many of them. Yeah, there are a lot of papers I have a lot of exams, and after those exams, we shall now people who want to do like HSK international examination. I'll help you. Yeah, all the guidance I'll help you through. Shall do the test and get the certificate. That certificate can help you in many different ways. You can apply for a job. You can apply for studying in China. You can apply for many things. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, we continue. So this da you see here is big, and this one is xiao. You can repeat after me. Xiao. Xiao is the antonym of big. I gave you a secret last time. Whenever you're learning something like this, for example, the word and its opposite, it's easy to remember because guess what? If at least you remember da, then you can remember xiao. If you forgot xiao, and remember that it's easy to remember xiao, and if you forgot da, you know xiao, then it's easy to know da. Let's say for example you don't have your phone, maybe you go to the restaurant, you buy maybe you want to get burger, there is big burger and small burger, and then you'll be like, hey, for yuan, what is for yuan? Waiter or waitress. And then you'll be like, maybe you're in a restaurant and you'll be like, for yuan, I want maybe like um burger. In Chinese it's called hanbao. You see it's like hamburger, right? Hanbao bao is like hanbao bao. 我要汉堡包，服务员我要汉堡包 I want hamburger. And then 服务员 will be like, which size? Which size? 多大的 how big? Which size do you want? Then you'll be like, maybe you remember that, okay? But you don't want the big one. Maybe you want small. Then you'll be like, don't remember big, but you remember small. So in that case, you can say not small. Then the waiter will know you want big. Maybe you forgot big. So in that case, you say 不小. If it is not small, then automatically it's big. So now you see the reason why you should know the antonym of words. When you learn the noun like this, make sure you also learn the opposite. Then you master many words and it will make your life interesting and much more easier. Okay, so let's move on. So this da means big and xiao is small. Repeat, xiao. Now number 2 is duo. Duo. Duo means what? Somebody. What does duo mean? This duo here. Learned it. Remember we learned it. Yeah. If this was an exam, would you get a mark for this one? Or you would get? Duo means what? Somebody. You can text in the comment section if you're not in a quiet place or if you're in a quiet environment, you can open or unmute your mic and tell us what does this duo mean. Okay, it seems as if we're still trying to figure out. So this duo means many or much. All together. Duo, repeat, duo, many. Duo, do you remember how to ask the age or how old people are? Maybe how old are you? You say ni duoda. How old are you? Ni duoda. Okay. Or maybe how much in Chinese. How do you say how much money? 多少钱? So this duo is much or many. And then guess what? The antonym is shao. See? Shao. And shao is few. Do you remember when we learned also 她买了不少衣服? She bought quite a few clothes. Yes. Remember that. Go check all the lessons that we learned. So see, because of always repeating these things, some like all the lessons of HSK, I have them in my mind because what I always revise this thing. I always come back to them. Even my own videos I upload, I come to them and watch. Yeah, it's not like I'm stupid or I forgot. No, it's like I don't want to forget these things, and I want to, familiarize myself with them also. So yeah, learning is for everyone, regardless of age, status, or whatever. Yeah, we ought to learn. Okay. Duo is much or more or many. Shall is few or little. So shall. And guess what? When you bring these two words together, did you notice that duo shall is a new word? Pay attention to this. This duo shall is a word also. Is a noun, which means how much. See? Duo shall. Because if you put this duo shall before money, money is 钱, duo shall 钱, how much money. Even this da shall is another new word when you bring big and small together. Maybe he bought big and small things. That is one noun in Chinese. So Chinese is easy. You can make multiple whatever um, nouns, and it's an interesting language. So here, um, kwai. Next one here is kwai. So this kwai is quick, fast. What is the opposite of fast? Slow or man. In Chinese is man. Man. Yes, this one. Man. Somebody knows how to write it in Chinese characters. Man. Yes, this one. Number 4 here. Man. Man. Man means slow. It has a fourth tone. That's why they put the bracket. This bracket, if you're using the book, you can write using your pencil, because with the pencil it's easy to write, but with a pen it is hard to erase the mistake. So you can put if you're using the HSK book too, then go here in the bracket and write the pinyin. And if you don't have the book, I strongly recommend buy this book. Okay. And if you don't have it, ask me in my inbox. If you're really committed, I'll not come in your inbox. If you want the book, come in my inbox. Write text to me. I want the HSK book that we are using. I'll send it. I'll help you print it. I'll help you get the book. Yeah, I'll help you get the book if you want. Because soft copy is not effective at all. You need hard copy, because you see you can even take notes using your hard copies. There is enough space in hard copy. You also need a textbook, like notebook also, but you need also the hard copy. Yeah. Okay. Now we have long. Long is cold. What's the antonym of cold? Hot. We learned that in Chinese. So it is 热. In Chinese we say 热, which is hot. Hot. 热. So the 热 means hot. So 冷, 天气, 太冷. Like for example, you can say 天气. This is weather. We just learned weather here. Okay? This is weather. So when you bring this weather with 冷, then you're saying the weather is cold. 天气. Okay, let's write that sentence here. 今天天气太冷了. You see? Now, this is the sentence I mean. Today's weather is too cold. 今天天气太冷了. 今天天气太冷了. This is how we write it in Chinese. Some people might be wondering, oh, teacher is writing characters and I don't know how to know. If you really write these characters every day, then it will be easier for you to read. Maybe like 90% of this sentence, you can read it. But if you don't do that, then you will still struggle with it. So create time for Chinese, please. At least minimum 20 uh 20 to 30 minutes a day. Yes. if you really love this language. If you don't, if you feel like you cannot do it, if you don't love it, then I'll tell you to stop it along the way. But if you're committed and you want to learn, then give it all, give it 100% of your energy. Be committed and love it. Create time for it. Okay. If you don't, then do the other way around. Do antonyms like we are learning tonight. So 今天天气太冷了. Today's weather is too cold. 太冷了. In pinyin, we'll write it like this. 今天天气太冷了. This is how we write it in pinyin, but this pinyin stops with HSK2. Even the new HSK2 doesn't have the pinyin, so this is just a bonus for Laoshi. Okay, because we are still in this period. Yeah. Okay. So 太冷了，今天天气太冷了。冷 and 热. So this 热 is hot. So you can replace this 热 replace it with 冷 here. Where there is 冷, 太热了. Today's weather is too hot. Are we together? Is there any question so far? Are we learning something tonight?
Yes, I wanted to know is the opposite of shall.
Yes. The opposite of da is xiao. Yes, thank you for your thumbs up. The opposite of da is xiao because xiao is small. Yes. Is there any other question or contribution tonight? Feel free. This is an open room for everyone of us to share and learn from each other and edify each other. So feel free.
Kindly repeat how the last word is pronounced.
The one for cold. Oh, this one is long. 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 And then the antonym of it is 热. 热.